So this has been a long time coming for me. Yeah, I probably started this life path number about 6 months ago, and it blew me away. Um, this is a couple, all right, a power couple, but it's the woman's life path I started out with, and I thought I had it wrong. I recalculated several times. I re-Googled several times to make sure that it was correct. And yeah, so I just felt really unsure. Even in researching the number, I still felt unsure until I realized that there's absolutely no way you can be really sure about anything. That's true. So here goes. Let's talk about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's numerology. Come on, let's go. So, hi, all. This is Lori from Numerology with Lori. I am so happy to be doing this numerology consultation, reading these five core numbers for Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. I really am. So, I hope you guys will bear with me. I know this is going to be a bit longer of a video, but I hope it will be well worth it for you. So please like and subscribe and hit that bell icon drop down, change it to all, because we don't want YouTube selecting which videos you're allowed to watch and which you're not allowed to. So yeah, so that's what I suggest. Anyway, thank you very much. And don't forget that I can provide you with a consultation for using your birth certificate name, your birth date, adding your maturity numbers together and getting your pinnacles and challenges. Anytime you would like to. So just reach out to Lori Intuitive Numerologist.com or reach out to my email address, Lori. No, I'm sorry. Let's start over with that. It's L Manning-Bolis 37 at gmail.com. The website will take you directly there, once you fill in the form. But yeah, so feel free to reach out to me. So let's start with Taylor's numbers. I'm so excited. Her destiny number is an 11-2. It's a master number. That's pretty intense. We know the master is a spiritual number and it includes a creative component. So, creative spirituality, spiritual creativity, I'm not sure. However, you want to put it, it works. It definitely works for her. She's getting great use of these numbers. She's getting great use of the master number as well. And she performs her songs and she writes her songs using, it feels like she uses this 11 master number energy to get there. Don't get me wrong. She may reduce it to that two occasionally. So the one in the master number, the one plus one equals two, and that's a relationship number. So when that 11 gets to be too much for her, that's where she might go. But in the meantime, I think she knows how to work it perfectly. So I listened to a speech that she made at an award show, and she is the real deal. She's an amazing woman. She loves humanity. She loves her community of fans, as well as the people that work for her. She's really a wonderful soul. Keep in mind that 11 can be a difficult. She can experience high highs and low lows to her benefit, but sometimes not. So, yeah, if she needs a break, she can take it. And as we just talked about, she can sometimes take it by using the two as her energy. So, let me explain. Oh, I know what I wanted to share with you. I wanted to share the chart that I made. So this is her right at the top. It's Taylor Allison Swift. So I've added all the numbers going across. We have her destiny number, her soul number, and her personality number. We also have down here her birth date, which is 12/13/1989. And then we have her maturity number, which we added her destiny and her life path to attain. Yep. And then her pinnacles and challenges are here. So all of Taylor's information is written in red. If you need to take a screenshot of that, feel free. Okay. So her soul number is a 5. Let's take a well, we can't take a look at this. We will, I promise you. Travis's life path number is a 5. So the 5 is her soul number, which is her heart's desire. Oh my goodness. This really makes me, it gives me chills to think of this. She's a person who craves the freedom, the change, the adventure in life. And she knows that Travis can give her that. Yep. I adore this exactly where it is. I'm going to tell you that 5 really blows my mind. So let's take a look at Taylor's personality number, which is a 9. We have it on the chart that I just showed you. So this is how other people see her. It's a very humanitarian number. And it she also lets go of things that don't serve her. So let's say, for instance, something she's performing and there's something that's maybe in a dance move or in a song or in a routine, somehow doesn't seem to be working. She knows enough to let it go. That's it, done. She's creative enough to create something new and different, or to create the change that's necessary, especially with the 5 soul number. And, oh, this just came to me. I wonder if Travis might suggest things sometimes. I don't know. I don't know. That'd be something worth researching. So yeah, again, this is the part that she would like us to see, this 9. The 9 makes her feel comfortable. That there's a comfortability in sharing that with the world. Okay. So her life path number is a 7. Oh, that is the birth date. 12/13/1989 is equals 34 all the way across. And then you add the 3 plus the 4 together, because numerology can only operate if it's a 1 through 9, if it's two numbers, unless, of course, it's a master or a karmic number. But most of the time, it'll work 1 through 9. And in this case, she was a 7. And this is what threw me for a loop from the get-go. I just couldn't see her as a 7 until, as I said, I started researching it. So it feels like she's grown to be a spiritual and very wise person, because the 7 is a spiritual number. It's a mystical number. Her being craves alone time, but she does this in a way that works for her. Her method for singing. Okay, let's just take a look at that. Of course, she's got all these people in the background. She's got singers, she's got a band, she's got people behind the scenes, but it's her up front. Taylor Swift is who we all remember, isn't it? Yeah. So, her method for singing, the way she is able to delegate the work involved in her business. So, whoops, let me see. I've got so many papers here, it isn't even funny. Let me make sure I can find this. Okay, in her business and in her lifestyle. So she includes time management in her lifestyle. She plans for her solitude, for creative writing, for journaling, or just decompressing. She may, after a big show, plan to have specific time. We're out of here by such and such a time. And I guarantee you, with that 7 life path, that she is all about it. Yep. She's got a lot on her plate, but she knows when to take the time that she needs. the alone time that her inner self craves. Yeah, I think that's really important. She does love hanging with her cats. She does that a lot, which is pretty awesome, you know? I think I saw that in a video, but I thought it was pretty cool. So it may not seem like it, but she's a private person. She allows selective people in her life, like Travis, like the people that she trusts, that she works with, her family. She includes her mother and father in what she does. They are very integral parts of what she does. So the seven allows her to be a deep, analytical person who researches everything in her life. Yep, very true. Wow. This just blows me away when I think about that seven, but it's okay. So the maturity number, and that's another number. That's the number I got by adding the destiny number and her life path number. So we added the seven together, and the destiny number is the 11. So we got a number nine. We got a number that added together to create the nine. So this is what we were talking about earlier. We know that this is a number that she has within herself because she wants you to see this is what she considers the good part of her. We know that it's all good. It's all good. But that number nine is very amazing. It guides her humanitarian side. It's the part of her that treats all who work for her super kindly, and it allows her to donate to people who are in need. I can remember, and this was a few years ago, two, maybe three, there was a hurricane in Florida that actually took a path that went up and hit North Carolina and some of the other areas up there in the South. But she was so moved by what was happening there that she donated a large amount of money. I mean, so did Dolly Parton and a few other people, but Taylor Swift, she donated a large part of that of money because she wanted to make sure that those people had a little bit of something, you know? That's pretty amazing. So the nine allows her to be compassionate. It allows her to be charming and wealthy. Yep. She is wealthy, but that allows her to give back. It allows her to be humanitarian. Ah, this just blows my mind. So, combined with her seven life path, the number nine in her maturity number adds to her mystical abilities. It used to be said and I'm not sure like what happened to this, like where did it go, who took this away, but the nine, because it's the end of the cycle in numerology, so it goes one through nine. The nine was the number of God. That's interesting. So that's why today it's still considered a mystical number along with the seven. They're all mystical to some degree, but though these are numbers that can, given meditation and or journaling, like we know she does songwriting. We know that she can download information. So if she can download information, she can possibly download information and messages from on high, a higher power. Yeah. There's no doubt she receives guided information. So let's look at her pinnacles and challenges. The first pinnacle is a seven, and the challenge rather is a one. So this ended at about age 29. She was likely a shy child. Now we know that sometimes when a person has the first pinnacle of a seven, they can be rather shy growing up. Somewhat introverted she was, but she was a happy person. I mean, look at all these beautiful numbers that she has. Absolutely. And the seven doesn't mean that you're mean and nasty. It means that you're just quiet. You're a little bit more quiet, at least shy. So maybe she wasn't quiet in front of her family, Maybe she sang for her family. I don't know. But we do know that she could have been somewhat shy as a child, outwardly. Outwardly. So, and again, so the seven matches her life path, which isn't necessarily hard, but the number one challenge made it a bit difficult to be an individual on the outside. To her family, possibly because she trusted them, but to other people outside of herself, she may have had more difficulty. So that's why she studied more. She became like a good student. She became a master at writing these songs, doing what we know and love her to be doing. Yeah. Seems like her folks became very important people in her life at this time. That's what I have written down here. Okay, so her second pinnacle is a four, and the challenge is a five. This pinnacle and challenge went up to age 38. So she's there, she's about there right now because the pinnacle is a four. She's working very hard. That kind of goes without saying. But we know this. Yes, we do. Just know that it is in her pinnacle. The challenge is a five, which is a bit harder to get the time that she needs for adventure. It's hard for her to experience and process change and allow for the freedom in her life. But she's accomplishing it. She is accomplishing it. So the third pinnacle and challenge are, oh, let's see. Her third pinnacle is an 11, and her uh, third challenge is the four. Let me make sure I got that right. Yep. So this includes about age from age 38, 39 up until about 47. So here we go again. It's a match. It's a match to Travis's. Travis's, I think his third pinnacle is exactly the same. Yes. It's his pinnacle is exactly the same, and we'll talk about that as we get closer to it. Um, so her master number is doubled. So as this pinnacle and as her destiny number, which never goes away, that's always available to her. So it might be a little bit difficult, except for the fact that she's got that seven life path, which kind of grounds her a little bit. That's good. And anytime the 11 energy is too much for her, she knows that she can work it as the two, which is really important because this is a time period where she may write an awful lot during this time period between 38 and 47 because that's just what she does with that 11 energy, which is pretty amazing. Again, it's that spiritual creativity. So, it's possible. And she can maintain her schedule and retreat when she needs to. We just might get more brilliant music to listen to. Yay! I just said it here. So that's exactly what I just talked out loud about. So her last pinnacle and challenges are a three pinnacle and a six challenge. So let's see. There we go. There's the three pinnacle and the six challenge right here. So basically, this is in the future, but it is from age 47 onward. The three gives a lots of communication, writing, and plainly joy of living vibes. Writing, speaking, like everything, it's all on the table. Um, she may have some public speaking in her future. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there as a possibility. And it's to tell you exactly what the three is about. The three is about, but especially about joy of living. So And okay, so the sixth challenge is it's a good time in life because it's easily accepted. Family, love, marriage, maybe divorce, but I don't see that in her future. Not for her and Travis. Not for her and Travis. All are on the table here, though. So Taylor will need to pay attention to what makes it all work, and she'll need to change a few things in her schedule to accommodate her family, her marriage, but she's good. She's really good. Because here's the thing, Taylor does have some mystical properties to her numbers. So it's sort of like all she needs to do is quiet herself and think about it. Yep. Okay, so let's move on. Let's take a look at Travis. Man, he's got some good numbers too. His destiny number is a five, folks. This is an active number. It's very action oriented. The uh, truth is a person with this number doesn't know life isn't active for everyone. But it doesn't surprise me that, oops, it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me. That was the end of that. Travis's, let's see. I'm gonna get this right because I'm not restarting again. I think I've restarted 4 or 5 times. So it doesn't surprise me that he was attracted to someone with a hectic schedule. Even though Taylor Swift doesn't have any fives in her core numbers, which is not true. We just decided that her soul number was a five. They are compatible together. His soul number is an eight. Her soul number is a five, which matches his life path number. That's pretty amazing to me. This number shows power. The eight shows power and control in his career, as well as his success in finance and business, because that's what the eight is about. He's a perfect addition, and he is kind of what Taylor needs for somebody that is on her side. Even though her folks are definitely there, but Travis is a good addition. So his heart's desire feels like it aligns with Taylor's, and it does. It does. Mm. So his personality number is a six. Feels like he's a very loving person, and he believes in family, love, and marriage. And it's pretty obvious that he does. This is at least how others see him. We do know that this is the part of what we can see in him. This is a positive part. We like that about Travis. It's taken me a little while, and I will say that in that 6 months, I spent a lot of time looking at videos, kind of reading articles about Travis because I didn't know him from Adam. I knew Taylor Swift a little bit better, but I didn't know that much about Travis, and I wanted to learn more. So in reading these articles and looking at these videos, I found him to be a very engaging person. I like his numbers very much. So let's go on and let's take a look at his life path. He has a six life path. So we know, again, like we just talked about, his personality number is the six, which is a very loving person and believes in family and marriage. And that's his life path. So here, let me show you. I don't know why. Oh, yeah, we just talked about his destiny number being a five and his soul number being an eight. And these are his destiny, soul, personality numbers. And then here is I'm just going to try to see this to show you his life path number here. I think it's 10/5/1989. He has an eight life path. Is that right? No, a six life path. I'm sorry. I have LP written next to it. And then his maturity number is an 11 too. Oh my gosh. Let's get to that. But let's complete first. So he's got a sixth life path. Woohoo! That's pretty amazing. I'm just blown away by this. So it seems as if his personality number has more accuracy than we thought, which we just talked about. I'm so glad to see this number. He's super service oriented, which he really is. So he's going to be just as active in giving back to people as Taylor is, which is pretty amazing. This aligns with Taylor again. Feels like a major compatibility. Yes, it does. He's also very much a love, marriage, and family person. That's it. End of story. That's what the Life Path 6 is about. His maturity number is the 11 Master 2 energy. 1 plus 1 equals 2. But we know that that Master 11 energy is going to play in here somewhere. Again, keep in mind that it's creative spirituality. Interesting that he should have this. So it's very possible that this is a period of time in his life where he will be somewhat of a speaker. He may write his own speeches to share with people. We don't know. We don't know. And again, it's a maturity number, so it will come a little like it's always with him, but it's something he'll grow into the likelihood of this. So it's very interesting. Again, a match to Taylor Swift, which is another compatibility. But if they are both in a master and 11 state at the same time, it could raise an issue for them. The good news is that the 11 reduces to a 2. We talked about that when the master energy is too much. It feels like by the time Travis gets to this part of his life, they, as a couple, will understand when to work this master as a 2, which is about relationship, cooperation, balance, and harmony. Oops, let's see. Which is about relationship, cooperation, balance, and harmony. It's also the master. Oh, and it matches her master and her destiny number of 11, which I think is amazing. And we kind of talked about that already. I'm thinking she may understand how to control the energy from a spiritual level. Maybe that might be giving them a little bit too much in this numerology reading, but it might be exactly what's happening. And even though she understands it, again, it's not something where she says, oh, numerologically, we are both an 11 too. No, that's not it. But it could be that she says, this reminds me of myself at a certain period of time. Maybe this is what he's going through right now. So that's good. They're super connected, which I find that to be fascinating. Travis has a 0 um, challenge in his third challenge. So let's see, did we talk about the first two? And we talked about his maturity number. Nope, we did not. We talked about his first challenge being a 6, and his the 4 is his challenge. I'm sorry, the first pinnacle is a 6. So that's here. First pinnacle is a 6, and I had to write it a little bit close, a little bit smaller. And his challenge is a 4. Interesting, the challenge is a 4 for the second one as well. So since he has a 5 life path, this pinnacle goes to about age 30. And we can talk about calculating the pinnacles based on the life path at another time, but trust me on this. This shows that he was looking for his queen for a few years until he met Taylor Swift. Yeah. That just blows me away. The fact that I wrote this down is because he's had marriage, family, love in his mind from the get-go, from the very beginning. Sorry, I'm just noticing that it's flat up top, so I keep lifting it. So I like that to think about that he was looking for his queen from day one. And then he found it in her because he is so well-rounded in his numbers as well as she is. Differently, they are different, but they're together. So, yeah, so the pinnacle is about family, marriage, and love. The four challenge is about the work that it took for Travis to get where he is right now. The challenge is there because we are meant to address it. He was meant to address it in this period, and he most definitely did. Yep, he most definitely did. His second pinnacle is a five, and the challenge is again the four. We talked about that briefly. So the five matches his life path. Wow. And she just went through something like this as well. It feels like it gives more energy to that number. That's what it feels like. So he'll have more time for freedom, more change, more adventure. All of this will be happening for him. This period will likely continue until around age 39 for him. So it's continuing right now. It's happening right now. And we do notice that he is somewhat change oriented in what's going on. That could be what's happening with them as far as their being fiance to each other. That's about change for them. Neither one of them is used to this. So that's interesting. Um, let's see. He'll thrive in roles that play to freedom and change, like life that is adventurous and spiritual. Hmm. I believe Taylor Swift loves him for this, so no worries there. His challenge is the four this time again. So at last, as was the last time. Sorry, I'm reading what I wrote because I know that sometimes I write down more than I say, and I want to make sure that I get everything correct for you. So his challenge is a four. It's not different. He will continue with the same behavior, and the four challenge will be satisfied for him. Yeah, I do think so. I think that he is continuing with doing what he was meant to do for that four challenge. So that's good. So his third pinnacle is a Master 11-2. That's interesting. And the challenge is a zero. We talked about this very briefly. I think I talked about this the last time, and I'm so sorry I'm getting these pages mixed up, but really interesting and quite a change for Travis. The Master 11 pinnacle will be a spiritually creative time for him. Taylor knows what this is about and will support and encourage his efforts. So again, we talked really briefly about the fact that this might be a time for him when he is called upon to speak to young people about what he has accomplished in his life and where he is going. Again, this is just a thought process for me. It's kind of being a download for me, but it's very possible that that's what that 11-2 means, that creative, spiritual creativity. Yeah. So the interesting thing is a relationship and cooperation number. A loving spouse can adopt this to, okay. So we talked a little bit about the zero. And the zero is the challenge for him here in this third section, this third pinnacle section. So it's interesting to think about. Normally, I would tell you that an old soul is somebody who experiences more than one zero challenge. But this is coming in the third one. So it makes me wonder, especially since the first two were fours, and we've seen what he can do with it. We've seen him get through the first challenge, and he's working on the second challenge. And then he'll have a zero. So that means either he has all of them, all the challenges, or none of them. And it's kind of going to be his choice, but it also could mean that he's an old soul. Now, like I said, I typically think that it's usually if there's more than one zero, that's a significant of an old soul, but I don't know. I might be changing my mind on that, or at least for him. So interesting. So, yeah, so his soul number, and we talked about that already. Okay, let's see. SSC number. Okay, we talked about that too. The zero challenge in his thirds. Yep, there's only one zero. Okay, and it's not clear to me. Okay, we did talk about all this. So the fourth pinnacle starts at about age 48 to 49, and it goes throughout his life. It'll go for the rest of his life. So it's a one, but it's made up of a one plus zero, which is interesting. So that is a true 10, which is a good karma number, and it means the end of karma. Now, something that I've come to find out through time for myself anyway, because my life path is a true 10. It's a 10. It can be made up of 37 anyway, regardless. Um, I've come to realize that this could mean helping other people complete their karma. Interesting to think about. So that's what get a sense for with Travis because I really don't see a lot of karmic debt in his numbers. I haven't done a chart for him to show all of the different letters that might be missing to show what could be some karma. And again, this is an ending of karma. But why would you have a true 10 going on and not be helping other people? Interesting to think about. So, ending of karma, I used to think this meant only ending of your own karma, but now I believe that this is a helper soul who understands and helps others with karmic karma that's unfinished. So he's a helper soul. That's interesting. That's really fascinating. A large ask, but I really think it's true. The challenge is an eight. This is a number that speaks to control and power over his life. Now, because it is a challenge, it makes me wonder if he has been giving his power away, or he has. And this is sort of a way for him to bring it back, to keep his power, to maintain control of what happens in their lives for him. That's an interesting thought process. So it's an issue that will continue to come up, but he will get better and better at overcoming it. Yeah, that's interesting. So we can see that Taylor and Travis will have lots of bumps in the road. But like any couple, it really seems like this power couple changes things in a big level and they will embody power couple. I really think that they will. And it's funny because I thought of another video I did. I think it was Harry and Zoe, and I thought of them as a power couple. But this, Taylor and Travis, I really see them as a power couple. So, maybe that's what we're seeing now. Maybe we're seeing power couples. I don't know. Anyway, thank you very much for being with me. I really appreciate you all being here. And yeah, so if you have any other questions, about Taylor and Travis, please feel free to add them to the comments and make sure that I know you want another video to be done on this. Or, yeah, I'm not sure what else to ask you, but thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here with me.